You ever have one of those moments that just slap you out of your good mood and make you question everything you thought you knew about the world? Yeah, that was me. Saturday morning, sun's out. Birds are making a racket, and I'm on my patio sipping coffee, feeling like I finally got a little peace. I just finished a monster project at work, was set for a lazy weekend, and for the first time in weeks, I could actually breathe. I worked for this place every inch of it. Nice house yard I keep tidy, and the real pride and joy of the guest house. Built it with my parents a few years before they passed, full of memories, and I always kept it just right, mostly for when my sister brings her kids out. So I'm just standing there half lost in old memories when I notice the curtains in the guest house are drawn. That's off. I always leave them open, let the light in, keep it aired out. My sister's not due for another month. Nobody should be in there. First thing that pops in my head, did I schedule a contractor and forget I run through every possibility? Plumber came last month. Wi-Fi's solid, nothing. So I take a stroll across the lawn. I mowed. Yesterday, still got that smell of cut grass, and as I get closer, I hear it. A TV barely there. Morning news. My heart's beating a little funny now. Not scared, just thrown. This is my house. I'm the only one with a key. I try the door. Locked. Knock call out. Anyone in there? The TV cuts off. Silence like the whole building's holding its breath. Then after a weirdly long pause, the deadbolt slides and the door cracks open. Out pops this lady, maybe late 60s, blonde hair, wild and frizzy, faded green robe, clutching a mug like she's ready to swing it at me. She gives me a once-over lip curling up, and then in the most poisonous low hiss, she says, "We don't allow your kind to solicit here. Whatever you're selling, take it somewhere else before I call the authorities for trespassing." I just stand there, coffee halfway to my lips, trying to process this alternate reality. I'm staring at a total stranger in my guest house, and she's calling me the trespasser. Is this a prank? Am I on some twisted reality show? But her face, there's no humor, just this nasty, entitled rage. And right then, I knew this wasn't going to be some simple mix-up. So I try to stay calm, because in situations like this, the minute you lose your cool, you're suddenly the angry black man and everyone's looking at you like you're the threat. I tell her, "Ma'am, I think there's been a big misunderstanding. I own this house, this yard, that guest house you're in. My name is..." She cuts me off, sips her coffee loud. "Sure you do. I've been warned about people like you coming into good neighborhoods trying to pull scams." Now I'm just dumbfounded. Scam. I'm showing her my deed, my license, mortgage statements. "Who are you, and how'd you get in my guest house?" I ask, honestly, trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe dementia, maybe confused, but she's having none of it. "This has been my family's cottage for 30 years, she says, chin jutting. "My father built it for my mother. I just moved back in. You must be the squatter trying to take over the main house." Every word is pure fiction. My parents and I built that place with our hands 10 years ago. I've got pictures, receipts, scars. 30 years, lady, this thing didn't exist 11 years ago. I've got permits. You're trespassing. I need you to leave now. Her eyes narrow. Her confused routine drops, replaced by something harder. "I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. You need to leave before I make you leave." She tries to slam the door, but I stop it with my hand. Didn't push, just held it. "Look, you can leave on your own or I'll call the police." And like flipping a switch, her whole face lights up, almost giddy. "Please do," she chirps, grinning. "Call them. They'll see who belongs here." She wanted the police. She wanted the optics. An old white lady in a robe, a big black man standing firm. She was betting everything on that. So I pull out my phone, hands shaking, not with fear but anger, and dial 911. I keep my voice calm, explain the break-in, give the address, say I'm the homeowner. Inside, I hear her muttering, "He's a convincing actor. They'll see through it. She's done this before, I think. I imagine how this'll play out. Cops arrive." She cries, "I have to prove I own the place I pay a mortgage on." Sure enough, 15 minutes later, 2 officers show up. Before I can even speak, she's at the door, transformed into a trembling victim. Thank God you're here, officers. He's been trying to break in, threatening me. The older cop's hand goes to his hip. Sir, step back. I put my hands up, palms out, nothing threatening. Officer, I'm the one who called. This is my property. That woman is a trespasser. But she's wailing, pointing at me. He's lying. He's a monster. The younger cop asks, Ma'am, do you have any proof of residence? She hands over a lease, looks real, if you don't know better. A fake name, correct address, dated 6 months back. The older cop looks at me. You got anything to say? I'm staring at a fake lease, knowing my deed's inside. That's a forgery, I tell him, voice tight. I've never signed a lease with anyone named Mary Sunshine. He shrugs. Lease looks valid. It's a civil matter. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. She broke in. I have to go to court to get her out. Then she starts piling on. That afternoon, a beater sedan pulls in her son or whatever, starts moving in boxes. My home's become a stage for her scam. I can't react. If I do, I'm the bad guy. So I just film everything, keep a log. She reports me for noise, for lawn care, for trash. She tries to turn my neighbors against me. Frank buys her sob story. Sarah across the street, doesn't she remembers me building that guest house with my dad, tells the woman to scram. I lawyer up. Michael listens, gets it right away. She's wrapped herself in tenant protections. We need documentation every bit. Photos, receipts, permits, and don't talk to her. Let me handle it. I go full detective, cameras everywhere, logs, no engagement. She tries more dirty tricks, complaints, forged documents, challenges the legality of the guest house stuff that feels like she's trying to erase my dad's memory. That's when it really hits me. This isn't just about property. That guest house is the last thing my dad and I built together before he died, every nail and board a piece of him. She's not just squatting, she's trying to erase him. So I double down. I tell Michael, let's go on the offensive, find out who she is, what she's done. He gets a PI. Turns out she's not even Mary. She's Margaret Hess, a pro-squatter with a trail of victims across 3 states. Her playbook break and forge, a lease drag it out. We collect everything. My binders are stuffed with evidence ownership docs. The PI's reports a forensic expert who proves the lease was made the very day I caught her. Even find a witness, the son of an elderly couple she destroyed before. We're set for court. That day she shows up looking frail, sad. Her lawyer spins some fantasy about me being a predatory landlord. On the stand she weaves her lies, but Michael tears it all down. Catches her real name. Brings up her history. The mask slips. She gets shrill. The judge sees through it. Dr. Angela, our document expert, walks the court through the forged lease, its fake signature, the damning metadata. The judge reads Mark's statement about what Margaret did to his parents. Finally, I take the stand, just lay out the truth, steady and simple. The judge looks at Margaret. You have not only trespassed, you have lied, forged documents, tried to abuse a system meant to protect the vulnerable. He grants the eviction, refers the case for criminal prosecution. As she's escorted out, the wave of relief nearly floors me. After a month of hell, the nightmare is finally over. But you know what? The day she left, the guest house was trashed. Marker on the walls, burns on the floor. She wanted to leave a scar. I cleaned for days. Sarah brought me a 6-pack, sat on the patio while I hauled out bag after bag. It cost thousands, but slowly the peace returned. A few months later, the DA calls. Margaret gets 2 years for forgery and perjury. Her son's charged too. Other victims come forward. For once, the system works. My guest house is whole again. My family visits. Their laughter fills the yard. But yeah, I'm different now. More guarded, more vigilant. But here's the thing. People like Margaret are out there, sure, but so are folks like Michael, Mr. Jones, Dr. Angela, and Sarah. People who stand up for what's right, who help you fight when you're exhausted and angry and scared. You can't let the monsters make you forget about the good people. So if you've got a story like this or a thought about what real justice means, hit me up in the comments. Ever had to fight for what's yours? Where's the line between protecting yourself and trusting your neighbors? Let's talk about it. And don't forget, sometimes you have to build things strong enough to weather any storm. Even the kind that shows up in a green robe swinging a coffee mug thinking they can take what's not theirs.